gentlemen. Um, I've been wanting to share this for a while. Um, I feel like the army is very misrepresented for many different reasons, and that what you really learn from it is obviously a case by case basis. But most of the stuff I've learned hasn't even really been related to stuff you associate with the army, like you know, discipline, getting in better shape, that kind of stuff. That's not really what I've gained the most from joining. It's actually just been learning how to be uncomfortable and actually just being forced to actually go outside and communicate with people. That's been the main thing because I've always struggled with social anxiety really bad. And so when I was basically put in this box with like 300 other people and we had to solve these problems and learn how to work together, it's where I started to actually um, branch out and start figuring things out basically. So I'm gonna just to keep this structured, I'm gonna look at some stories I wrote down. See what we got here. Just want to check the audio quality, make sure it's good. So basically, imagine this: you're a normal person, and you decide to join the army, right? You think you think what you'll be learning is how to shoot, how to be disciplined, basically all the army stuff, right? But one of the first things I actually learned when I first got the basic training, it wasn't how to be disciplined. Oh, hi, mom. It wasn't how to be disciplined. It wasn't all that. It was actually just how to work with other people. Hello, snack girl. Welcome to the stream. Um, it was actually just how to work with other people because when you go here, you're surrounded by like 300 to 400 different people. Bill, what? What does that mean? I don't know. But you're surrounded by like 300 people, right? And so you have to work with all these different personalities. And if you're like me, I actually used to really struggle with social anxiety. And so I found that like just being around these people was very uncomfortable for me, especially not having the stuff I was used to. Like you're showering with like a bunch of other dudes. It's kind of weird. And it's like everyone's acting like freaking cave people, right? Okay, we're getting sidetracked here, but basically, just learning how to work with other people and learning how to survive without technology, right? Because if you're a normal person, obviously you have your phone, you've got the internet, you got Netflix, you always have access to entertainment. Have a lovely day. You do. Thank you. But what happens if you can't use your phone? If you can't like go to these things to deal with your emotions, right? Because everyone tends to distract themselves somehow, right? Well, now you're just kind of having to deal with these things up front. You have to deal with the boredom, and it's like um, I actually having to think about why I joined, about why I'm doing this, about who I am, and it was during basic that I learned that the person I thought I was not really who I am. Like I realized that a lot of the things that I used to bind my identity to. Oh my god, yeah. Okay, this is getting unstructured, so I'm gonna just um gonna pivot topics because I'm yapping. Okay. Yo, hello. Hey, it's LLJ. What's up, bro? I be seeing your comments. You've been around for a while, bro. I'm sorry. Look, I should have just set a structure before I started the stream, but that was on me. I try when I do these live streams, I try to make it so that I'm not wasting your guys' time and it's actually engaging and entertaining. But it is what it is. Let's see. What's something I learned? I think that another one of the biggest lessons that I've learned, probably from just joining in general, and this is not from basic training, but just joining in general. It's that how do I put this? Hello, Skylar Gennaro. Welcome to the stream. It's that it's learning how to just stick to your own values because I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but it's like this idea of sheep mentality, right? Like everyone follows the herd, and just learning that if you decide to just be yourself and stick to your own values, even if other people consider you weird for that, the world doesn't end, right? Like there are many moments in basic where I had a different opinion from the majority of the people that I was grouped with, and they called me out for that. I was called weird by some people, not by everybody, but by sticking to my own values and not trying to blend in, I found that I was actually able to really find out who I was. If that makes sense. All right, let's. Should have planned this. You just made my day. Thank you, Luffy. You made my day with that comment, bro. I appreciate it. It's a very very kind thing to say. Oh yeah, structure. Actually having structure. Um, think about it this way. When you're a kid, what are your pronouns? What's he? I don't know. He they. I don't know. I identify as a dude. Gets my point. But basically, when you're a kid, your parents decide everything for you, right? They decide when you go to bed. They decide when you sleep. They decide what you do, basically. But um, but the moment you graduate from basic training and AIT, which is advanced individual training, you go from being in this like you're literally being parented by these people to like you can do whatever you want, right? Now you're a Zer. We're being so for real right now. A Zer Zim, what is that? Little Jin, be you, move, find passion, live it. Just small advice from the older gen. I think that's amazing advice. I feel like finding your passion is a hard one. Back to what I was saying. So learning how to just live with less structure, right? Because like obviously most of you watching this are not in the army, but you probably have your own daily structure, right? You probably have a job or maybe unemployed, whatever. But being unemployed is actually the hardest thing. Like I think being unemployed is actually harder than being in the army. As honestly how I felt at first, because it's like when I finally was able to do whatever I wanted again after graduating, it's like I was wasting so much time. Like I kid you not, the day I came home after VBL and I was back with my mom, like the first thing I did was play Roblox, stay up late. I was eating junk food. Like I literally went to the gas station and bought a honey bun. That was one of the first things I did. Cause it's like when you're deprived of all this stuff involuntarily, it's like it doesn't change you. Like you're still the same person. And so it's like the moment I came back home, I literally went right back to who I was. Right, all that discipline, all that stuff, it wasn't real. It literally wasn't real. That will come natural, believe me. Passion. What is passion? Like what do you consider to be passion? Was it good? Was what good? What does that mean? I don't know. Rent aside, let's see. I got a couple of points I wanted to make with this live stream. By the way, if you guys have any questions, you can ask them below. We can kind of treat this like a Q and A. The honey bun, Hey, bro, that honey bun was amazing. It was 100% worth it. But so so the day my mom picked me up, when I graduated, obviously I had her take me to the gas station, right? And of course, I got the honey bun. I got got like some mini donuts, some powdered donuts. It was amazing. It was amazing. But it's like it was only nice because I had been deprived of it for so long. Like it's kind of like my baseline was just that much lower. And it's like I don't know. It I will say basic made me appreciate the basic things of life a lot more because in basic you don't even have your own personal clothes. You have to wear these freaking army clothes all the freaking time. So it's like your whole identity is taken away from you, right? You don't decide your haircut. You have to cut your facial hair. You have to look a certain way. Everyone looks the same. It's like I don't know. I really did not enjoy basic. It sucked. It was not a good time. But at the same time, when I finally got back to actually living a quote unquote normal life, I really appreciated the basic things so much more. Like being able to have a laptop and have a phone and all this stuff. It was freaking amazing. It was freaking amazing. Um, all right, we're getting off topic here, and I feel like it wasn't 100% a waste of time. It was not because now that I'm back in a routine, I'm going to work every day. I'm working at 9 to 5 now. Now I feel like I'm actually starting to rebuild that consistency. But this time, um, what I went through actually did make me stronger to an extent. It did, but I feel like one big problem with the army that I do have is that you get comfortable. Like this sounds crazy, right? Like it's the army. It's supposed to be tough, supposed to be super disciplined, but like a lot of people I know, including me, we get really, really comfortable and just stay the same. Like I can literally name on top of my head. You can have more than one passion. I do my job. That's interesting and dangerous. Nice. We got a deep work session complete. See, I was actually just writing a little script. Never mind. Getting sidetracked. It's interesting and dangerous. My passion. My animals, graphic and video design. Wow, that's pretty well rounded. This man does everything. Video and graphic design. Yeah, I've been trying to find my passion as well, but I don't know. I don't think I've like my only passion has been playing video games. I guess if I could call that a passion, because I've spent so much freaking time playing video games, dude. Like I've probably got probably almost 100,000 hours throughout my entire life just playing video games. Anyways, let's come back here. Um, I wish I could like pause this so I could like think, but we'll keep streaming for like another 10 minutes and then we'll end it there. I just finished writing a video, by the way, guys. I'm probably gonna be posting it today, so stay tuned if you're if you're a viewer. Let's see. But I think the biggest benefit I've gained from joining is just the experience. Is being able to interact with so many different people and getting out of my zone, right? Because it's like, you know, when you're at home, you interact with the same people every day, same friends, same social circle, same mindsets. It's like it's a loop. And obviously, don't get me wrong. No matter what your environment is, it's up to you to decide, what your actions are. But at the end of the day, your environment matters. It really does. It matters a lot. And for me, if you're G, then go do that. But by the time you find something else, just be positive. Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. Well, I just lost my train of thought. Um, Basically, what I was saying is that if you're someone who's say fresh out of high school and you just don't know what you want to do, it's actually not that crazy. Look, I'm not saying join the army. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that if you don't know what your path is, it's not bad. It's not a bad option. I personally only plan to do this for 4 years, finish my contract, and get out. So when I'm done, I'll be maybe 22 years old. Um, but surprisingly, one benefit, I guess, again, I'm not trying to promote joining the army, just to make that clear. But one benefit is that I don't really have to worry about my bills. Um, like I currently make around $2,000 a month. I don't know if that's good or bad, but being able to just actually have my own money and not have to worry about where I'm living or having to rely on someone else for that kind of stuff and being able to independently do my own thing and make videos during the weekends, having weekends off. It's been interesting, because I'm no longer staying with my parents, right? Because if you're like me, right, maybe you're watching this and you're on the younger side, or maybe you're older, but there's some things you just feel like you can't really do if you're staying with Bravo from Europe. Wow, you are very far away. Hey, bravo, bravo. But if you're staying with your parents, there's some things you just feel like you can't really do, right? Like for me, I'd be making a video in my room, and sometimes my mom will walk in, and I feel embarrassed, honestly, right? Not because doing this is embarrassing, but it's but just because of my own insecurity, right? And I feel like once you're able to have the freedom to move out and just kind of be your own person, meet new people, etc., then it's like you don't feel this pressure to behave a certain way, to be a certain version of you, right? Because everyone your entire social circle knows you as being you, right? Whether you're the funny guy in the friend group, the more serious guy, whether you're known as disciplined, whatever. It feels like you're stuck, like you're kind of chained down by the expectations everyone has of you. So when you're finally able to just kind of like move away, it's almost like you get a reset, like you get to be whoever you want to be, right? Like I personally, I'm someone I don't really say cuss words, but now I cuss a lot more. That's something I feel like I just couldn't really do in my old friend group. Not that that matters. Like who cares? It doesn't make you a better person to say curse words, but it's just a limitation I put on myself. Like I told myself it's weird, right? If I do that around those people. Um. All right. Let's. I'm sorry, guys. The next time I do a live stream, it's going to be a lot more structured, and there's going to be more of a point to it. It's just this time I just wanted to try something a little different, and so here we are. But we'll do this for 5 more minutes, and we'll wrap it up. Um, Unfiltered content is refreshing. You can say whatever you want. This is your show. Hey, that's true, mom. Unfiltered. Do you mean like the live streams or like my more recent videos? Hey, I'm actually curious to hear what you want to say because this might change my content in the future. Mm-hmm. Anything? Oh, anything? Just like everything. Okay. Yeah, I'm planning to start making more long form videos too. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Um. So just oof, everyone's gone. Yikes. So this is the biggest quote unquote army lesson I've learned that's actually been practical. Like that actually has assisted me in my everyday life, actually interacting with someone. Wait, wait, what? Oh, I lost my train of thought again. Oh my god. Oh, okay, so like more live. Okay, cool. All right, bet. I plan to do more of these in the future, but with more structure, because like I'm just yapping, and I feel like it's not as good as it can be. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the most practical lesson that I actually have learned from being in the army is really just being comfortable with being uncomfortable. And this doesn't mean magically just being okay with negative emotions, but learning that negative emotions are a part of growing, um, and that it's expected for the process to feel shitty. Like I can't tell you how many times I've sat down to make a video and I just don't want to finish it, or like I'll just doubt myself. I'll doubt that it'll succeed. I'll doubt that people will actually want to watch it. Like that voice is always in my head every time I try to sit down and really make something. Even with this live stream, I was thinking, maybe this is just going to be a waste of time because people don't normally tune into these that much. But it's inherently just learning to being willing to fail. I think that's the biggest lesson I've learned more recently. And it's also why I've been able to make more videos because I don't let that fear of failure stop me anymore. Now I accept it. I accept that maybe if I make this video, people are going to watch it and find it cringe or find it stupid or find it pointless or even critique me, right? And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with failing now, even if other people see it. That was my biggest fear before. I would literally make videos and not post them because I didn't want to fail in public. But if to succeed in anything, to learn how to do anything, you have to be okay with looking stupid, with looking dumb, and that's something that's really hit. Like I can't tell you how many moments I had, even during basic training in AIT, where I messed something up and people called me out for it, right? Like I literally got called fucking. All right, don't mind my language, but I literally got called stupid, right? Because of the mistakes I made. But because of those mistakes, I've grown. Even at work, as the new guy here, um, at my first unit, first duty station, I've had to make so many mistakes. Yeah, we'll end it here. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's gonna be more live streams, more short live streams like this one in the future. That's all I got. Thank you.